unless you have a bunch of freshly boiled and sterilized Recessa Annies in the back, enough for each of us to have our own. I looked over at Mr. Wendell and saw him produce a bottle of rubbing alcohol in a rag. He dumped some alcohol into the rag and wiped Sergeant Corn's spit off of Annie's face. My stomach dropped into my kids. A wave of panic overtook me. My natural instincts kicked in and I ran for the door. Fig, where do you think you're going? I have to get something out of my locker. It can wait. Get back here and line up. My eyes zoomed in on Annie's mouth. White, cold, open, and now dripping with an intermediate mixture of Sergeant Corn's spit and alcohol. My head started to spin. I said get in line, Fig. Mr. Wendell, I think it's against my religion to do stuff like this. Fig, I don't care if you're the Pope. You're going to do this. Now get in line. I watched kid after kid kneel down in front of her. I saw her chest rise and fall a couple times, then saw a kid walk away wiping his mouth. I then saw more alcohol dumped onto the rag that was now soaked with spit and disinfectant brought down to wipe off Annie's face. I was really starting to feel sick, and this was before I realized, with all that air going in and out of Annie's chest, there was a whole reservoir of lung germs just waiting to infect my body. I had to get out of there, but I knew I couldn't. I was stuck, doomed, and now I was the last in line. More and more spit was being deposited on by Annie by the second. Instead of having to revive her, I could accomplish the same effect by walking around the room and licking the inside of everyone's mouth, including Sergeant Corn's. I was getting closer. I looked down. There she was, Annie. Her face was soaked. I didn't know which part of the soap was spit and which part was disinfectant, and quite frankly, I didn't care. It was a mess, and now there was officially no way I was going to do this. Mr. Wendell slapped the rag on Annie's mouth and hazardly pulled it across. Was that how he disinfected her every time? Annie's face must be a festering cesspool of disease and death. All right, Fig, you're up. I just stood there staring at Annie. Maybe if I threw up all over it, they wouldn't make me do it, I thought. No, I'm sure they'd just make me clean it up and do it anyway, I thought. Come on, Fig, what's with you? Get moving. My mind reeled. I had to do something, and I had to do it quick. But what? Think fast, I told myself. And then it hit me. Faint. I coughed violently and fell over. There was an immediate commotion as they all gathered around. Oh, save him! It was Doug, a slobbering kid. A new panic set in as I heard him stomp toward me to deliver his newly learned kiss of life. I was nanoseconds away from blowing my cover by screaming and running away when Mr. Wendell saved me by quickly grabbing Doug by the arm. No, Blachak, we don't know if he needs mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. He coughed really loud before he fell down. Sergeant Corn stepped forward and looked me over. You said he coughed? Uh-huh. Then he must have choked. Everybody, step back. And with that, Sergeant Corn stuck his fingers in my mouth, pinched my nose, and kissed me. I was homesick for 3 days.
by 2006, 2/3 of America's students have reported above average scores. So why is this rise in self-esteem such a problem? Today, I will answer that question, look at what has caused the problem, and ways we can cure the epidemic. First, the result in this rise in self-esteem is a generation of children who are poor at accepting constructive criticism, have difficulty with the word no, do not feel the need to change or grow, feel entitled to frequent rewards and recognition, do not know what it means to make an authentic contribution, are defensive, and feel, I'm fine, just the way I am. However, children are not the only ones being affected by this epidemic. It goes into the college level and above. As each semester ends, many college students will walk up to their professors and ask for just a few more points to raise their grades to A's. Adults are equally guilty with their willingness to bear up to $10,000 worth of credit card debt per household with upwards of 20% interest year after year. They have adjustable rate mortgages on oversized homes and prefer to drive oversized, gas-guzzling vehicles with little thought to our future or environment. So what's the cause of this epidemic? The first is the already mentioned self-esteem movement that began in California in 1986. Teachers would show up to school wearing buttons that said, "Have I told you how wonderful you are?" and "I teach the best students in the world." Signs would also hang above bathroom mirrors that stated, "Look, here is a very special student." With this everybody's a winner attitude spreading nationwide, soon teachers were focusing on students' smiles instead of their spelling. The second cause is indulgent parenting. As soon as we are born, our parents feel it is their job to protect us. They don't want us to experience hurt or failure, so they give us the best. They help us with our homework, tune the radio to our favorite station, and make our lunches. They also find it difficult to discipline us. Psychologist David Walsh calls it DDD, or discipline deficit disorder. Symptoms are impatience and inflated expectations in a child. This parental attachment does not just end in grade school or high school. Susan Lewis, a teacher at University of Maryland, Eastern Shore, calls the cell phone the world's longest umbilical cord. Students will walk up to her after class, hand over their cell phone, and say, "My mom wants to talk to you." The third cause is our consumer culture. We catch it from schools, businesses, and the media. One journalist, Jeff Zaslov, goes as far as to blame Mr. Rogers. He told many children on his PBS show that they were special, just the way they were. We also see this corporations such as Burger King and FedEx also cater towards our rudeness and instant gratification. Burger King's slogan, "Have it your way," indicates we can have whatever we want. FedEx, for those packages that absolutely, positively need to get there overnight, indicate we can have it whenever we want. We also see this trend in the media. If you turn on MTV, you can view the show, My Super Sweet 16. Outlandishly priced presents are lavished on the teenager, and they feel like they deserve it. Not one of them realizes they're privileged. You can also look towards the social networking sites. One site is named MySpace. Another one, YouTube, has a slogan, "Broadcast yourself." No one says anything about working towards being worthy of honor and respect. With so many ways this epidemic is spreading, we need to find ways to stop it. We can't just go around thinking we're better than everyone. The best place to start is with our parents. They need to stop giving us everything we want. They need to learn to say no, and we need to learn to accept it. Adults should model good behavior. College students should not be depending on their parents to speak to professors. They should be earning their grades right from the beginning. When they do receive a bad grade, they should feel the teacher has assessed them correctly and know they need to work harder to improve. Michelle Rigg, a personal power expert, says parents need to let their children experience pain. Only by experiencing the hurt of discovering what they're not good at will they discover what they are good at. As for the rest of our influences, we can ignore them. Turn the computer off. Find a different program for children to watch. Not everything we see needs to tell us we're special. One teacher in Ocala, Florida, always reminds his students, self-esteem comes from the self doing something worthy of esteem. As you can see, we need to lose this me mindset and look at others. Instead of walking in here and telling you how I'm special, I can ask your name and how you're doing today. We need to learn that nobody has to cater towards us. This turn for the worse is a mistake on our part, but we can learn from it. After all, as Briggs said, humans do not grow by avoiding pain, but by taking it on, pushing past it, and rising above it.
Hello? Charlotte? Listen, it's vital I stay over at your house tonight. Don't ask me to explain. Can't you force your mom to say yes? Oh. Look, my parents think you're a bad influence on me, too. Just for that, you can forget about running the equipment at my gig tonight. You are out of my life. History, gone, finished. Consider yourself the crumb de la crumb. Just drop my stuff off at the Unclub tonight, or I'll sue you for all your work. Come on, Charlotte, I just wanna... Excuse me, may I ask you why you are so rudely eyeing my body? Can't you see I'm using the phone? And stop messing with that cage. That's my parakeet in there. The life of teenager Agnes Ace is far from typical. She's a punk performance artist, and her life is in shambles. The Search for Signs of Intelligent Life in the Universe by Jane Wagner. Hello? Look, it's vital I speak with the radio psychologist. Yeah, my name's Agnes. I'm 15. Would I have called if I didn't have a problem? My parents locked me out, and I just want to find out if that's legal or not. Well, I'm in the ladies' room at the House of Pancakes, so I can't wait long. Hello? Dr. Kusurol, the psychologist? Yeah. Look, doctor, for years, I've been going home, taking the key from around my neck, and letting myself in. But today, I go home, put the key in the lock. They changed locks on me. Yeah, it might have been something I did. I didn't say it was innocent. Like today, I go to my dad's lab to get some cash for some equipment for my act, and I see this, like, blob of bioplasma quivering there in the petri dish. And I don't know why I did it. It could have been some sibling rivalry. But I leaned over and spit in it. And of course, my dad had this mad scientist alert. He started going off about how I had ruined years of research. But the truth is, he loved that bioform more than me.